Hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm 2 minutes early. What? Hey, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Happy Thursday night. Thursday evening. It's kind of chilly in here. Welcome to the live. As you come in, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I think I've got the link captured, so people will be able to come up if they want to tonight. This won't be such a long live tonight. We're just going to hit and miss on a couple of things. So thank y'all for being here. Again, hit the like button, subscribe, share it out. Thank y'all so much for being here. We're going to give people a few minutes to get in. It always takes just a little bit before they come in. But I went ahead and went live on my phone. Didn't want to, but we'll see what happens. Happy Friday, y'all. No, happy Thursday. It's Friday Eve. Let me see. Welcome in, you guys. We're just waiting for people to get in. It takes a minute, so be patient with me. Thank you for being here. Also, don't forget to hit the like button on the way in or out. Like the dislike button, however, just hit the button if you will. I would appreciate that. Hey, Harlem. What? What happened? Something happened? Hi, Harlem. Did you see me at email? Like what? What did I do? Oh, I was trying to get my iPad together. Sorry. I was like, oh Lord, what happened? We got some tea. Um, Sorry, I was looking down. I said so I was just letting everybody get in. It takes a minute for people to come on. So just we're gonna just bear with me while we wait for a few people to get in, then we'll get started. Well, we won't be that long. But thank y'all for being here. Hey, let me see. Hey, JoJo the Ryan, thank you for being here. Y'all know I can't see. Who else is here? Whoever's in the building, let me know that you're here so I can shout you out and I can say thank you for being here. And again, hit the like. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, become a member to this channel. We would appreciate it. So I heard back from, I'm gonna send you a message, Harlem. What y'all doing on this Thursday night? I'm not late. Don't it say 8:45? I was 2 minutes early. Or did I put 8:30? I thought I put 8:45. Welcome everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Let's get started. Okay, so 60 seconds and we're gonna jump into a few things and talk about it for a minute. There constantly seems to be something to talk about lately. We're gonna talk about it. What did you think of it, JoJo? Like, did you like it? Like, what? I thought I was like, did I put 8:30? I thought I said 8:45, and I logged on at 8:43. So I need a congratulations in the chat for being early. Mm-hmm. You guys, it's 5 people. We only have 2 likes so far. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Let's make the likes match as we come in. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. So, like I said, we won't be long. There's a couple of things I wanted to talk about. See what y'all think about it. I like better on my laptop, but I'm on the phone, so I can give the link out. That's crazy. I'm live now. All right. Let's go ahead and get started with a couple of things before we jump into the videographer for P. Diddy. So, like every day, I'm like, I be thinking, okay, this is the last time I was talking about P. Diddy. But it just keeps coming and coming. It just keep going like the Energizer Bunny, right? It just keep going and going and going, and it just gets juicier. So we'll talk about the videographer and what you guys think about that, because I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts. Right or wrong, I have my thoughts. So before all of that, let's get into all right, so what did he say? I wanted to start, it's just a recap of okay. So Stephen A. Smith came out and said something about Ray J, which I'm gonna find out what he said, because you know Ray J was gonna clap back. So I want to start with that really quick. Stephen. Harlem, will you put up the disclosure?
What you caught up in your feelings for, to the point where you have to?
Okay.
He's entitled to.
All right. So okay. Let me back up. Ray J, Beyonce, and Jay-Z went to the Boy Is Mine concert with Monica because Kelly Rowland was an opening act, one of the opening acts, and so they showed up. Because I was thinking, if you weren't gonna speak to Brandy while you there, but Harlan made me understand Kelly was opening, so they were gonna support her, right? But anyway, so Ray J would came out and he was like, "Man, just go speak to my sister. You know, you came there, you passed right by the dressing room, didn't say nothing to her. Speak." Yes, my guy Ray J. So why didn't you speak to my sister? Like, just speak to her, man. With all due respect, just speak to her, right? So this is what Stephen A. Smith had to say. Y'all know Stephen A. Smith can cause some controversy. So here's what he said to Ray J. Now, he had to know that Ray J was going to respond, right? But this is what he had to say.
He's entitled to his feelings. I guess for me personally, it's really not about Ray J. It's about anybody. I mean, what you caught up in your feelings for to the point where you have to, broadcast it to the world. Why? I mean, are worse things to happen to us than not have pictures taken with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, listen, I don't know Ray J that well. He's always nice to me when he sees me. I haven't seen Brandy in years. I got a lot of love and respect for her. Remember, I met her, obviously Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant got arrested, so took her to the prom, and, she just came on First Take. One or two times before. I've met her in the past. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful woman, and what have you. It's just that you just, for me, it's a general perspective. I can't tell you how many times I've asked people in and outside this industry, why does everybody have to know your business? Why does everybody have to know everything about what's going on?
Okay, so here's the question of the century, because Ray J is my homeboy. Ray J, my Brandy is my homegirl. I followed them from day one since they came on the scene, right? Moesha. I have, and so I felt like Ray J has the right to say how he feels. Y'all might think different, so go ahead and let me have it. But why he can't say, hey, y'all ain't speak to my sister. Y'all see my sister, right? But then when you start putting the stories together, maybe it kind of makes sense why they didn't speak, right? So Stephen A. Smith is just like, with all due respect, you ain't got to say all that. If they don't speak, they just don't speak. Like, right? You don't have to call them out. People don't have to know your business, whatever. So here's what Ray J had to say. But what do y'all think? Like, does Ray J have the right to speak up for his sister? Yes, you do, Ray J. Yes, you do. You can do that. Let me put my glasses on and read the chat. So I'm just waiting for 50 to drop the other footage. Me too. I can't wait, Harlem. JoJo said it's just a recap of Greg. Who is that? Murder Rap. You think so, JoJo? He came at Ray J about Jay-Z, Beyonce because he's friends with Jay-Z. Oh, that's the answer. Oh Lord, not your boy Ray J. Yeah, okay. Section A. Can I pin that? Yes, I can pin that message. And then Stephen A. Smith just inserts himself in everything. Now reminds me of Clarence. Don't do her. Do not do her, Harlem. But yeah, like I feel like that about Stephen A. Smith too, and I know why he do it. I know exactly why he does that. You guys, it's 7 people here so far, and it's only 2 likes. Can y'all just take 1 minute? I'm gonna count to 60 real fast, so y'all can hit the like real quick. 60, 59, 58, 1. Come on, see it take that long. Hit the like button for me. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith, he inserts himself in everybody's business, but he got a job to do. He has a job to do, and that's why he got the millions of followers. That's why he has the followers he have. So, but this is what Ray J had to say. Let me find Ray. Normally, I don't do this on my iPad. I like to share my screen, but I don't think I can. So here he is. Look at Ray, my boy.
Hey, yo, Stephen A. Smith. I'm not going to be long on this. My sister is all I have. She's my only sibling. She's paved the way for me. She's shown me how to do so many things as far as in this industry. She put me in everything she's ever been in. I'm dedicated to her in every way. Win, lose, or draw. I'll take the L, and I'm good with that as long as I'm doing it for the right reasons.
Hey, Bad Bunny.
What are you talking about, Stephen A? I don't know you. I'm shocked that
APC in the house, in the building.
You're speaking on me and my sister, and you say I'm in my feelings. Of course, I'm in my feelings because I love my family, but everything was respectful.
Yep, it was.
Everything was respectful.
It was, right?
And good love. What you're doing doesn't make any sense. And now you're being a hypocrite because you're talking about me, about this situation when I don't even. Hey, yo, Stephen A. Smith, I'm not going.
Right or wrong? Was he right or was he wrong? Was Ray right or was he wrong for saying what he said to Stephen A. Smith? Because I agree with Ray that because if you guys go back and listen to what Ray said to Jay-Z and Beyonce, it wasn't disrespectful at all. And y'all know Ray can get really disrespectful, but he wasn't being disrespectful at all. He was just like, oh, say hi to my sister, like with all due respect. You know, you in there, you pass by her dressing room, just say hi to my sister. And any brother would do that, I think. And so I think Ray J is in the right this time. When he's wrong, I will say he's wrong. But this time I think so. I think that he had the right to say that. Hey, Bad Bunny. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. So anyway, that's that on that. Make sure I'm caught up in the. All right. So let's. You have to say it, JoJo. You have to say it. He was right. If it was your sister, you would have to say it, but he did it respectfully. So come on, Harlem, I'm waiting on you now to just say it. He was right this time. My homie's right this time for standing up for his sister. Whether Brandy wanted him to say that or not, but Ray kind of confused me because on cam you said you're not a brother. You're not a brother anymore. But that's your sister. Right. But that's right, y'all. That's just right. Okay, let's move on. So, Harlem, you ain't gonna say it. Okay. Give you the opportunity. So let's move on. If you guys remember, Harlem, I'm sure you remember. Yeah. Go Ray. They out here vouching for you, Ray. It's funny. So, anyway, let's move on. So if you guys remember, I was asking about I can't remember the question I asked about Diddy, but whatever that question was, it brought up the fact that word on the streets is saying that Diddy's mother allegedly might not be his mother. And what I hear today is that his mother, this is crazy if somebody's making this crap up. So this is all alleged and just people just talking right now, right? But saying that his mother's his aunt. Janice is his aunt. Do I believe that? I believe his mother is his mother. But let me let you listen to what Jaguar Wright is saying, because you know she gonna get hers in. She looks so serious. She almost made it so believable. Listen to Jaguar Wright. Interviewed Dapper Dan about. Did I hit? They ran into Dapper Dan. Did y'all see when they interviewed Dapper Dan about Diddy? I just said, please trust little Diddy, bro. Look at him. He need to go to jail. He just like his damn daddy. Hopping around and shit. Look at him. He look just like him. That boy got too much energy. He started on that 2C when he was real little. He ain't never got no shirt on, baby oil everywhere. They need to lock his little ass up too. Did we miss it? I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. I was looking for Jaguar. He thought about what was. Sorry, y'all. Diddy, and if he knew Diddy. And I love Dapper Dan for this. He said, I grew up with his parents. He said, and what's going on with him has been going on long before him. Now, his father was a government snitch. Ooh. And a bad actor in the criminal world altogether. But there's whispers in the streets of Harlem that Diddy's mother isn't alive. Not his biological mother, but that woman is his aunt. Whoa. There are whispers. Wait a minute. There are whispers. Jaguar said it. She needs to stop. Dapper Dan never said that. I heard that she was his aunt long time ago. Ain't no telling. At this point, I don't know what to believe. At this point, I really don't know what to believe. Like crazy stuff was happening. And he was like, as the video went on, they were saying that this man was saying that Diddy, um, before Diddy was even thought of, was even here, like stuff that Diddy's doing now or have done in his past, like that's been going on in his family, that's been going on with his like parents. Allegedly, I don't know, but that's what it's saying. And it's just jacked up. It's just jacked up that like he didn't get to choose. Like that's the life he was brought into, and so he didn't really get to choose what it was going to be for him. And I think it's crazy, but to say that his mama's not his mama, and here we got somebody who was that said that they heard that a long time ago. Welcome, Bowler D4U. I hope I'm saying it right. Welcome to the channel. Bowler D4U. I'm sorry if I say it wrong, but welcome here and thank you for interacting in the chat. So for me, I just heard that it wasn't possibly his mom like a couple of days ago, and then only to hear Jaguar say that she heard that she was his auntie. So it's just no telling. No wonder he's all messed up in the head. But Janice, Miss Combs was like, don't y'all come for me, because that is not how it happened. His life was not like that. Y'all don't know what our life was like. Y'all putting us and making us look crazy, and we ain't having it. We ain't having it. Is what she said. That's what she said. So I don't know. I mean, and the thing about it is, I'm like Montana. Like we'll never know. We won't never know the truth. Whoever knows, whoever was there, whoever did it, that's who knows. But hey, so like I said, we won't be here long. But let's keep moving on. Because we do have to talk about this videographer of Diddy's. But I wanted to really just follow up with the story with the little girl walking to school in Chicago in the snow, no shoes, no hat, no gloves. Listen what has happened and unfolded as of today, I believe. I think this is it. Mm-mm.
The parents of the little girl who wandered through the freezing cold have now been arrested. They sent their 6-year-old daughter out to walk to school alone in harsh winter weather. She is only 6 years old. The person who filmed the video said she had no shoes, no hat, and was shaking from the cold. How could any parent allow such a young child to walk to school alone in freezing temperatures? She had already walked nearly 10 blocks by herself. It would take only a few seconds for someone to take her. The little girl looked confused and shivering, as if she had no idea where she was. The man kept repeating to himself, "Who lets a child walk outside like this?" Because he was afraid of being mistaken for a kidnapper, he didn't dare put her in his truck. So he chose to walk beside her, block after block, until he finally got her to the school. Shaking with anger, he called the police. Some people should not be parents. This child could have disappeared at any moment. When they finally reached the school doors and staff confirmed she was a student there, the man finally exhaled, almost in tears. "Thank God it was me who found her and not someone else," he said. He added that the world has become deeply sick. The parents of the little girl who wandered through the freezing cold have now been arrested. They sent their...
So, I mean, that's the good deed of the week, right? We got a lot of stuff going on, and that's the good deed of the week. He saw the little girl. He made sure that she got to school. The parents are in jail, and by right. Like, you see that it's snowing and cold. She was so cold, she was confused, didn't even know where she was. He did take her shoes, gloves, and hat. When he left the school, he went back and took her shoes, gloves, and hat. And then parents were turned in, and they have been arrested for child neglect. That's abuse to me. That is abuse. So anyway, we had to wrap that story up. I wanted to see where it was going to go and if they were going to find the parents. They did. The parents are in jail. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get to the nitty gritty before I go, because it's not going to be a long live, but we got to talk about this. I want to know what y'all's thoughts are. I do have the link if y'all want to come up on the stage and talk with me about this videographer, this footage that 50 has. So for me, I thought that eventually, like, we would hear something. We would, like, if like, I was wanting to hear from the actual videographer. I wanted to know who was behind the camera, like, or did they sign an NDA and they can't talk about it? But if that was the case, then they wouldn't be able to give the footage, right? Am I right saying that? Like, if I'm a videographer, sign an NDA that I won't say anything. Can I get rid of the footage if well, yeah, I could get rid of the footage if maybe the contract didn't go through right. Maybe I didn't get paid like I was supposed to. Something went wrong, right? But in this instance, the person that's saying that they're the actual videographer says, first of all, there was no contract mix up. It wasn't nothing like that. It was nothing about money. It was nothing like that. What happened is I went out of town for 3 days. Somebody stepped in for me for those 3 days, and in those 3 days, I guess the footage got in 50's hands. How Put a 1 in the chat if you believe this full story. Put a 2 if you do not believe nothing this person is saying about this videographer. Let me tell you what my side is. I'm gonna put a 2 because I don't believe the story. And here's just why. And if I'm wrong about it and we find out that that's really what happened, I'll come back and I'll apologize and I'll be like, I was wrong, but it's just my opinion and my thoughts. So if you hear Diddy talk, Diddy's like, you gotta control your own narrative, right? So the footage got into 50's hands, it got into the documentary for the whole world to see, right? So now he's like he's thinking, like, I gotta sue Netflix, I gotta do this, I gotta figure out who's gonna I gotta see if I can get into this videographer's head to say, this is just me thinking, to say that, it wasn't him, that this footage was handed over illegal, and make sure they stand on it. Like, do we feel like it was a whole movement for Diddy and his people to stand behind the fact that this footage was stolen and it was released illegally? I just believe like that. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, you gone for 3 days. He's recording you. He's recording every move you make, and then all of a sudden, real quickly in them 3 days, all the footage is gone. Like, how did he not know? Who is Diddy's team to not know or follow up, even if he went to jail? Say, hey, the videographer, the footage. If we've been recording this since however long, who's responsible, even if we have somebody stepping in for 3 days to make sure that this footage is secure? You guys, I'm gonna pause right here and ask that if you're here, would you please hit the like if you have not already done so? I would appreciate it. It keeps us in the algorithm. It helps us, and we are on our way to 10K, and we just need that support. And it's free. It's a free way to support the channel. So that is my thought. So let me read what he said again, just to make sure that everybody's on the same page. But drop a 1 if you believe the story. If you don't believe that, if you believe the story that he left for 3 days and this person that filled in for him just gave it away and it was illegal, and 50 took some footage that was illegal, didn't check into it, Netflix just took it, took all this, it was all illegal gamut. Do we believe that? Put a 1. If you don't believe it, put a 2. And I'm going to find the story. Okay. So let me just read what it says really quick. It says, I got to have my glasses. All right. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. It says Sean Diddy Combs, videographer, shares claims about how 50 Cent Netflix obtained footage for docuseries. The curtain is being pulled back. How 50 Cent and Netflix obtained the behind-the-scenes footage of Sean Diddy Combs for the docuseries Sean Combs: The Reckoning has been a central question since the series premiered on the streaming platform platform December the 2nd. Now, Combs' personal videographer, Michael Overlees, is setting the record straight, alleging that the footage was actually released by a freelancer who was hired to fill in for a few days. Would you not sign a NDA? This freelancer would not sign an NDA and would not make sure that he is not able to release or talk about or anything with this footage? Like, that's first. Like, did he not sign a NDA? For over 2 years, we have been working on a project profiling Sean Diddy Combs, overly shared in December 10th statement to Rolling Hills. So y'all been working on a project for 2 years. So does that mean 50 got 2 years worth of footage that he's gonna be dropping? The footage in question was not released by me or anyone authorized to handle Sean Combs's materials. It was by a third party who covered for me for 3 days while I was out of state. The incident had nothing to do with any fee dispute nor contract issue. Who's the freelancer? Do tell. He continued, the actions of the parties involved reflect the lack of integrity every storyteller should uphold. Taking footage intended for our project to advance a narrative that was not on our own is both unethical and unacceptable. The footage in question includes clips of Combs in his New York City hotel room days before his September 2024 arrest, conversations with his legal team about how to navigate the case, and a scene in which he mingled with fans in Harlem, after which he made a joke about needing hand sanitizer and he was out in these streets amongst the people. Was that a joke? Or was that a joke? He asked for the sanitizer. Like, he really wanted the sanitizer. He really wanted to go take a bath. For his part, Combs, who is currently serving 50 months in prison, has slammed the Netflix project, with a spokesperson for the rapper calling the series as a shameful hit piece. Netflix relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release, the December 1 statement to Variety continued. As Netflix and CEO Ted Sarandos know, Mr. Combs has been amassing footage since he was 19 to tell his own story in his own way. It is fundamentally unfair and illegal for Netflix to misappropriate that work. The spokesperson, so what is he saying? Is he saying that he's talked to Netflix about him creating the video and the footage for himself to maybe partner with Netflix to put his own story out? Is that what's unfair? Is that what he's calling unfair and misappropriate? The spokesperson accused the streaming giant of being desperate for sensationalize every minute of the rapper's life to capitalize a never-ending media frenzy. The statement also noted the footage featuring out of context conversations with Combs' lawyers was never intended for public viewing. However, 50 Cent, real name Curtis Jackson, Netflix, and the creative team involved in the docuseries have long maintained the footage was obtained illegally. The project has no ties to any past conversations between Sean Combs and Netflix. Oh, okay, that was the question I just asked. A December 2nd statement from Netflix shared with Newsread. The footage of Combs leading up to his indictment and arrest were legally obtained. This is not a hit piece or an act of retribution. Curtis Jackson is an executive producer, but does not have creative control. No one was paid to participate. E! News has previously reached out to reps for Combs and 50 Cent for comment, but did not hear back. Meanwhile, both 50 Cent and doc director Alexandria Stapleton had also both expressed their commitment to keeping their source anonymous, with the latter telling Variety, "We moved heaven and earth to keep the filmmaker's identity confidential." If I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip hop is fine with this. This is what 50 says. As for 50 Cent, he has also stood firm in his intentions behind bringing the project to life. He said, if I didn't say anything, you would interpret it as hip hop is fine with his behaviors. The 50-year-old explained during an interview with Good Morning America. There's no one else being vocal. So what do y'all think? Talk to me. What are you thinking? I told y'all what I think. I think that I don't know. I don't know, but we're gonna have to see. I just think that I'm going to just continue to believe that 50 and Netflix would not put themselves out there like that. And if the freelancer did that, why wouldn't the videographer that went on vacation for 3 days, why you not, well, tell us who the freelancer was that did it. So that's my take on it. Let me get to all these comments. All right, so dang, where did I leave off? Jaguar is a head case. I heard that she was okay. We said that she needs to stop Dapper Dan. Yes, Dapper Dan said Puff behavior came from home. The rumor was that she is the aunt. But all of this extra stuff with him, I think, came from the industry. Instead of his family, Harlem, you think that with him, starting 30 years ago in this industry, that he was possibly even groomed himself in the industry to be like he is. I was just watching this guy on TikTok live. Jojo said, go on, get the link. Oh, hey, Montana, I didn't even know you were here. There are always lies mixed with the truth. That's right. That's what we said the other night, Bad Bunny. Like, there's this story, that story, this story, and then the truth is in it somewhere. We don't know where. We don't know what the truth is. It's just too much pushing blame other places. For me, they probably were at Puff parties. Hey Harlem, Black Link Industries plants. Yeah, check his tax records. He got paid for that footage. Harlem put a 2. I'm a 2 too, Harlem. I will put a 2 in the chat because I don't believe it. 50 said it's 140 hours of footage. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So I think I got caught up. I can't wait to see what he got. So if you guys been doing this since 2019 or however many years you say you've been doing it, and I'm wondering, did Curtis get his hands on those too, on that footage as well? So if anybody want to click on the or need the link, let me know where y'all want me to send it to, and y'all can come up and talk for a little bit before we end this live. We can count on the fact that this is not the last we're going to hear about the video. This is not the last we're going to hear about the videographer, the freelancer. Like, we want to know it all, and people are going to talk. People are going to talk, but who ain't talking is 50. He was like, we don't give up our resources. We'll never do that. Journalists don't give up their resources. So, Bad Bunny said 50 is so mad because of what Diddy did to his baby mama. He's a little bitter about that, but he ain't mentioning that. He's 50 sticking to the fact. This is his story. He's sticking to it, right? We are not at a point where we're so mad at each other that we're gonna hurt each other. But I'm just not. He said he was in his feelings, or he was feeling away for Diddy trying to take him shopping. He never mentioned anything about baby mama, but he did mention 50 took Pac's woman and ended up having a baby by Pac's woman, and that was his MO, is to take other people's women, and they fell for it. Okay. All right, y'all. So anyway, if you guys hit the like, I would appreciate it. I'm gonna keep saying it. I appreciate y'all being here. Montana, I didn't even see that you had came in. Thank you for being here as well. So if nothing else, I'm going to end the live. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious to see how it's going to turn out. Just curious to see how far this lawsuit is going to go. I was listening to another blogger earlier, and they was like, he just talking. He ain't even going to file $1 billion lawsuit because he know for a fact that this footage was not stolen, and that he got to say something, right? He got to say something, and his something was he gonna file this $1 billion lawsuit. But they don't believe that particular blogger, and in her chat too was like, I don't, he ain't doing nothing. He's not going to file $1 billion, and even if he did, he's not going to win $1 billion lawsuit for this against Netflix. I don't think it has anything to do with that baby mama. He's never mentioned her. He always stuck to the fact that it was how Diddy approached him, and he didn't appreciate how Diddy approached him. But he was like, even then, he's talked to his boys. He's given his boys jobs. He even was willing to put Diddy's sons in the docu series to allow them to speak their piece the way to speak their truth. But something stopped them from doing that. They didn't follow through with it. I don't know if it's because they wasn't going to get paid, or if if Puff was like, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't associating ourselves with none of that, and so they didn't do it. For me, it just would have made it even better because I want to hear from them. Like, what is your truth? What is your truth? What's your experience with your daddy? Or are you being told what to say? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I have for tonight, y'all. We'll be back on tomorrow. It'll be late night. It's Friday. We're gonna party like it's rock stars, I guess. And we're gonna be up late tomorrow. If you guys have any information to share with me, you can send it to what you say, Harlem. Harlem said, I quite honestly think he did it trying to still find out what happened to Chris Lightly to see if Puff was involved. Ooh. That's deep. So let me ask you this. Did you think that, are you saying that possibly he was hoping to get somebody to speak on it that possibly knew about it? Because what other way, I guess, would that come out? It's coming up tomorrow night. Oh, I'm coming up tomorrow night. Okay, we gonna see. I told you, Harlem, didn't nobody come up here with me. I could have been on my laptop. Okay, but tomorrow's cool. It'll be cool tomorrow. We'll again, if you have something, send it to info.blacklinkmag1@gmail.com. That's info.blacklinkmag1@gmail.com if you have any updates. Again, we are following the David Celeste situation. It's getting steamy. Like, we don't know. I don't know why they want this young lady to be arrested to get in front of the grand jury and be forced to get on the stand. But it's something that this woman holds that they need for this case to be able to get the grand jury to say yes, an indictment is appropriate, and then they file an indictment. What they're trying to do, I think, in the Celeste David situation is, I think that they're trying to get other people in that will flip on David, to get an arrest for David. That's what I think. The Airbnb squatter story is good. Squatter story is good. Tell me more, Bad Bunny. Did y'all see? Did y'all see where the DoorDasher put pepper spray in the food and the woman got sick? Who does that? Let's look at this real quick. I'll take a
look at this. That woman is a DoorDash driver delivering a food order. After putting the order down, she sprays the bag. Was it pepper spray? The woman who ate it started feeling sick. When she and her husband checked the doorbell camera video, they saw that shocking moment. Anna Macagliano has the details.
A DoorDash delivery woman drops off a bag of food and takes a photo to document the delivery. So far, so good. The food was delivered to homeowner Mark Hardin's front door in Evansville, Indiana. The meal was from Arby's. Then something happened to his wife, Mandy.
She started eating and she started coughing and gasping. Next thing I know, that she's gagging enough that it's made her throw up. And I come in here and I noticed that there was some type of spray on the bag. And that's when I went back and watched the footage from my doorbell camera and realized that the food had been tampered with.
You can say that again. When Cardin watched the footage, he noticed that after the driver snapped the photo, she sprayed something that he believes is pepper spray right on the bag. Why would the delivery?
Here's my thing. Why DoorDash if you trying to hurt people? Like, what is the point in doing that? Thank God for doorbell rings. Now they're gonna get her face and figure her out, and she's gonna go to jail. But I thought that was so stupid. So you was talking about the Airbnb squatter story. Let me see what you're talking about.
And today's 7 News getting results in the case between the D.C. homeowner and the woman who was squatting in her home. Thanks for joining us tonight. You're seeing it right there. I'm Scott Guman.
Is this it, Bad Bunny?
Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley has been exclusively reporting on this story for more than a week now. Today, a judge ruling in favor of the homeowner who says an Airbnb guest was trying to take her home.
Our Washington, D.C. reporter Felicia Ashley joining us now from that house where the judge says the squatter cannot stay anymore, has to get out. Felicia?
That's right. This is actually one of the first times the homeowners have been back to the home in a couple of months. And as you mentioned, the judge ordered that the alleged squatter is not a tenant. Therefore, she has no tenant rights. And the homeowners were allowed to get her out of the home and evict her immediately. And that is what you are seeing. We have community members that actually came here to support the homeowners and help clear out the home after watching the reports and hearing what the homeowners were dealing with. And even inside the home, you can see some of the area that they have started clearing as well. The homeowner mentioned to me that she has been in shock and everything that was with everything that was inside of this home, as well as some of the damage that she found as well. Before court, I spoke to Shane Douglas. What have your dynamics been like with Mr. Romero since the last time we spoke?
We've had no contact directly since that time. Obviously, she had the van towed. She also denied the electrician to get in and came down here and filed a contempt that we didn't comply with the agreement.
I tried to check in with the accused squatter, Shadija Romero, when she showed up to court. Mr. Romero, would you like to speak with us before the hearing? You don't want to say anything before the hearing?
No, she don't want to say nothing.
Inside the DC courthouse.
Listen, this woman goes and rents the Airbnb. This is what I'm getting. And just move in the house. You just gonna move in? Lord. Oh my gosh, these people. Tomorrow gonna be lit and is. Yes, they put her stuff out. Who in their right mind would ever give a squatter some rights? How she get access? They did go in. Yeah, she went. Like, I guess it seemed like she went to and like call the people to rent the Airbnb out. Instead of renting the Airbnb out, she moving in the Airbnb. And they had to go move her stuff, kick her out, move her stuff. Now, you walking in court, you ain't got nothing to say. Look crazy. what this world is coming to, y'all. All right. So anyway, it's been about not quite an hour, a little bit over an hour. Not quite an hour, almost. But anyway, tomorrow's Friday, so y'all chill to go back and chill and have a good night tonight. Let's come back tomorrow, and we'll be here long as we need to be here to get. Again, thank you on your way out. If you didn't on your way in, hit the like button. If you didn't on your way in, subscribe to the channel on your way out if you haven't already. Thank y'all so much for being here. I hope y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Bye.